Good evening. Just
Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So today's chemistry class. In chemistry class, we were doing about nomenclature in carbon compounds. Nomenclature of the carbon compound.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. So we had done the rule how to name the carbon compounds. So first of all, to name any carbon compound, we have to search for the longest chain. You have to search for the longest chain of the carbon atoms. Then from the longest chain of the carbon atoms, we try to name it according to name it as F. If 3, then prop. If 4, then but, and so on. So you have but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, and dec. These are the different different names which are given. Now, after that, we have studied about the hydrocarbons. That there are 3 types of hydrocarbons which can be there. We can have 3 types of hydrocarbons as alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Right. So alkanes are the ones where you have only single bond between carbon and carbon atoms. Alkenes are the ones where you have double bond between carbon and carbon atoms. And alkynes are the ones where you have a single bond between carbon, a triple bond between carbon and carbon atom. So something like this, if you have CC single bond, that's an alkane. If you have a double bond like this, so it's an alkene. And if you have an alkyne, so it's a triple bond between carbon and carbon atom. So the first one, the alkenes, they are named according to the nomenclature and attached with the word A and E. They have their general formula as CnH2n plus 2. The general formula for alkenes is CnH2n, and the general formula for alkynes is CnH2n minus 2, where n represents the number of the carbon atoms. Right. So depending on this, we had studied their nomenclature. After that, we had studied some of the substituent groups. So we studied naming of the substituent groups also. So it's like this. You select the longest chain. Here, this is the longest chain. And suppose you have here another CH3 group. As every carbon can make 4 bonds, so you'll fill up all the remaining bonds with hydrogen. So this is one of the hydrocarbon. So if you try to find out the longest chain of carbon atom, you can count like this. So this will be your 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can count like this. I'm marking the blue color. You can make it as 1, 2, 3, 4. So from either way, you are getting the longest chain. So either way, you can conclude. Either you count it. Either you count like this from in the white which is shown, or you count it the one which is given in blue. Both are correct here. So you can use both of them as the correct countings. Alright. So to name this, now we proceed here with the blue ones. If I proceed with the blue ones, I see there is a chain of 4 carbon atoms. So the chain of 4 carbon atoms will be given the name but. Everywhere in the chain of carbon atoms, we find that there is a single bond between carbon and carbon. So therefore, its name will be butane. Right. So its parent name is butane, but we have a derivative also. A derivative means we have a group which we have not included in counting. So this is to be mentioned. This group is a derivative of methane. Okay, it has been derived from methane. So that is why this will be named as methyl, and it is present at the second carbon. So its name will be given as 2-methyl butane. It will be 2-methyl butane. Got it? Similarly, what will be the name of this? Try to guess the name of this. CH3, CH3, CH3. What will be the name of this compound? Lakshmi, Abhinav, what will be the name of this compound?
Me.
Sir, is it 2-methyl propane?
What it is?
Methyl propane.
Methyl propane.
Methyl propane. It is methyl propane, and this methyl group is located at which position?
2. So it is in middle value.
Yeah, it's 2. So you count it 1, 2, 3,
Are we
and
supposed
it's
to write 2 methyl propane or is it okay?
2-methyl propane.
Because our school didn't teach us like that.
Okay, so it's because the numbering thing is a little bit complicated. So because of which they might not have included this portion of writing the numbering. But it's better if you know the numbers, you write it.
For in the numbering, they only taught us in the first example. Like if it's
Okay.
really beyond
Mm-hmm.
one
Okay.
methyl, like
Okay, fine.
four.
So this is your 2-methyl propane. Okay. Or you can also write methyl propane. That's the same thing, but in IUPAC it has to be 2-methyl propane. Now, apart from this, we know how to name the methyl groups, and the ethyl group can also be there. For example, consider this one. You have CH3, CH, CH2, CH3. Here you have CH2, CH3. So CH2, CH3 here also. Okay, what should be the name of this compound?
Sir, can you want to show the before previous page?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this one. Now again here also we count down the number of carbon atoms. If I start counting, I get a chain of 6 carbon atoms. So you can start from any place. You can start from here or you start from here. So if I start from here, I getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here also 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there is a chain of 5 carbon atoms, and we find out CH2, CH3 group on this third carbon atom. So the name for this, and this group, extra group which is added here, it is obtained from ethane. So its name will be 3-ethyl. It will be 3-ethyl pentane. I hope everyone will be able to make this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next is cyclic compounds. So cyclic compounds or the ring compounds, they are the compounds where the first carbon is linked to the last carbon. So such compounds, they are called as cyclic compounds. For example, you consider this. So here you can see that all the carbon atoms, they have been joined together to form a cycle. So such compounds, they are called as cyclic compounds. To name cyclic compounds, you just include the word cyclo and follow the rules which have been mentioned earlier. So here there are 3 carbon atoms. So that is why this will be propane, but it is cyclic. So we'll write its name as cyclopropane. All right. So what will be this one? This is cyclopropane. So what should be the name of this one? Yes. Can anyone name this?
Sir,
Carbon.
cyclohexane.
Yeah, it's cyclohexane. Right? This is cyclohexane. And what about this name? Just 1 minute. This is cyclohexane. So can you name this compound then?
Cyclohexene.
Yeah, this one is cyclohexene. This is cyclohexene. Got it? As you have a double bond between carbon and carbon atom, so this is cyclohexene. Now, one of such a compound is there, which can have alternate double bonds like this. It's a 6 carbon atom molecule with alternate double bonds like this. So this molecule, as you can see, it has alternate double bonds with carbon atoms at each of the corners. So this compound is called as benzene. Right? This is benzene. So either you can make it like this or you can make it like this also. You can make it like this. So this one is also cyclohexene. Oh, sorry, benzene. This one is also benzene. So both these are the structures of benzene. All these structures, they are equivalent. Okay. So I think now you can name the cyclic compounds, including benzene also. All of you just draw the structure of benzene. Once draw the structure of benzene. All right. Now, after this, we move on to the nomenclature of functional groups. So for the nomenclature of the functional group, the first functional group which we studied was halogens. So halogens are the group of compounds which contain halogen as a functional group in them. So when we say halogen, it means we mean here either fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine. So fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine, they are the halogens. Then you have to name such compounds having fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine.
Sir, fluoromethane.
This is chloro, fluoro, bromo, or iodo. These words, they are added. For example, if you have this one, if you have this one. So you have chlorine here, hydrogen, and hydrogen. Alright. So what name is given to this?
Ethanol.
This is chloromethane. This is chloromethane. Okay. What about this one then? Just think of. You have chlorine, chlorine, hydrogen, and hydrogen.
Dichloromethane.
Okay, so someone Dhriti is saying that for IUPAC name of benzene is 1,3,5 triene. No, actually benzene is the accepted IUPAC name for this. Okay, and you have a lot more compounds which include the benzene ring. So their nomenclature starts with benzene only. Okay, so IUPAC has accepted this name as benzene. Got it? So don't get confused to write it as cyclohex 1,3,5 triene. Okay, so this is benzene only. Now here, for this one, just name this. Who will tell the name of this? You have two chlorine atoms. You have two chlorine atoms and two hydrogen atoms. Right. So, since there are two chlorine atoms, we will include here the word di. So, we'll write here dichloro. We'll add dichloromethane. Okay. Since so this is chloromethane, which is general name is also chloroform. This is dichloromethane.
Sir, two dichloro, no, sir.
Which one here?
Yes, sir.
No,
Two
it's
dichloro.
no, not two. There is only one carbon atom. There are not two carbon atoms. You have only one carbon atom.
Okay,
So how
sir.
can the
Sir,
position
how
be
is
two?
it methane?
Methane, there is only one carbon.
But there's
The
also two
parent,
hydrogens, right?
the parent chain consists of only one carbon atom. Okay, so it will follow the name methane. Its parent name will be methane.
Sir, but
Hmm.
the hydrogen are only two, right? See,
Yeah. Nothing. It doesn't. So if you like methanol, so it's the parent name is given for the number of carbon atoms which are there, not for the hydrogen.
okay, sir.
Okay. This is chloromethane. Okay, what about this one? Just check the name of this. This is chlorine, hydrogen, hydrogen, chlorine. Can anyone try out the name of this?
Dichloroethene,
Dichloro?
ethene.
No, just specify it is 1,2-dichloro. The chlorine atoms, they are positioned on two carbon atoms. So it would be 1, 2 dichloroethene. All right. Okay. The next one is alcohols. So first we see what are alcohols. So alcohols, these are the group of compounds which contain the functional group OH. The compounds which contain the functional group OH, they are called as alcohols. So this group has the name hydroxy group. The name of this functional group is hydroxy. The group of the compounds, they are called as the alcohols. So alcohols, they are the class or the group of compounds. You can say it is the class or group of compounds. Whereas OH, which we see here, OH is the hydroxy group. Okay. It is the function. It is the functional group. If you are asked the name of the functional group, so the name of the functional group is hydroxy group. All right. If you are asked the class of the compound to which it belongs, so the class of the compound is alcohols. Now again, similar rule is follow for them also. A rule is that you just add the word OL. Drop the E from the parent name and add OL. For example, see, here you have this OH, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. So what should be the name of this?
Methanol.
Methanol. Right, it's methane. The parent name is methane. There is just one carbon atom, so the parent name here is methane. So we write here methane, drop the terminal E and write OL. So its name is methanol. Okay. Its molecular formula will be given as CH3OH. Then CH3OH can also be written as CH4O. That is also correct. Now, see this one. You have carbon CHHH, CH3, CH2OH. So what name will be for this?
Ethanol.
Ethanol. Very good. Very good, Lakshmi. Lakshmi is responding. Abhinav is also responding. Bhavagna, Bhavagna and Mandeep, you are not responding. Bhavagna, Mandeep, Kartika, Dhriti, everyone become active. Sudhanshu, okay? Be active
Yes,
and
sir.
respond to the questions. So what
Yes,
will
sir.
be the name for this one?
Ethanol.
Ethanol.
Ethanol. All right, it's ethanol. Very good. So it's ethanol. Okay, draw the structure for propanol and check. Till I am drawing, before me, draw the structure for ethanol. Propanol, sorry. Draw propanol. Okay. So if you have drawn, you can check it from here, propanol. So either you can write like this or you can make the structure like this also. This is the expanded structure. So you have hydrogen, hydrogen, OH. All right. It's CH3, CH2, CH2OH, propanol. So either you can write OH over here or you can write on the first carbon atom, it's the same. Okay, so this is methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol. So in this way, you can draw all the alcohols. So after alcohols, the next class of compounds is you have aldehydes. So aldehydes and ketones. So first, let's say before ketones we have. First we do ketones and then we'll do aldehydes. So for the ketones, the functional group indicated is C double bond O. This is the functional group, CO functional group here. This functional group is called as a ketone. Now it will be bonded to other carbon atoms. It will be bonded here also with carbon, here also with carbon. So this is a ketone. Necessary condition for this is that there will be on both sides of this carbon, there will be carbon only. So you can suppose I want to make a ketone. So the simplest ketone that I can make will consist of 3 carbon atoms. At least it will contain 3 carbon atoms. So can anyone tell the name of the simplest ketone?
Sir,
Name of
propanol.
propanol, all right? Its name is propanol. To name such compounds, it is propanol. Okay. So to name such compounds, you just include the word prop. So you have 3 carbon atoms that divides propane, drop the terminal E add O-N-E. So to name this, you have to add the word O-N-E. Right. So drop butanol. Drop butanol.
Sir,
Hmm.
is it CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3?
Yes,
Same, sir.
yes. So you have CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. This is butanol. Got it? So propanol and butanol. Then this one. Next are the aldehydes. For aldehydes, you have the functional group CHO. So together the aldehydes and the ketones, they together are called as carbonyl group. Okay. So separately they are aldehydes and ketones, and together they are called as carbonyl group because of its structure. So this is C double bond O H, like this. So as you can see, a part of the ketonic function is also there, C double bond O, but there is an H attached to this same carbon. So this carbon is called as aldehydic carbon. So it's an aldehyde. To name them, we add the word Al. So by suffixing the word Al, we get the name. For example, suppose I get this HC double bond OH. Okay, so it will be written as HCHO, and its name is given as methanol, as there is just one carbon atom. So its name is given as methanol. This is the IUPAC name. The common name for this is formaldehyde. Its common name is formaldehyde. So formaldehyde is common name and methanol is the IUPAC name. Alright. Now, if you attach two carbon atoms, so it becomes CH3, C double bond O, H, like this. So this is a function, again, the CHO functional group, which is aldehyde. So for naming of the aldehydes, again, we count the number of carbon atoms, which is 2. So its name has to be ethane, and hence it will be ethanol. IUPAC name will be ethanol. The common name for this is acetaldehyde. Its common name is given as acetaldehyde. Got it? So among the aldehydes, the one for formaldehyde, 40% solution of formaldehyde in water is called as formalin, and this formalin is used as a preservative for organisms in laboratory. For example, a snake's body or any other body which is kept in laboratory. So it is kept in formalin, which is 40% solution of formaldehyde. Right? So have you studied? Is there any doubt with the aldehydes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. The last ones, they are the carboxylic acids. Last ones, they are carboxylic acids. So the carboxylic acids, they are named as CH. They are named by adding oic acid in the name. So in the name, it is added as oic acid, and it contains the functional groups C double bond O, OH. Also, as an important characteristic for both the aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids, the carbon to which the aldehyde or the ketone is added, that carbon is also counted in the parent chain. For example, for this one, we have counted this carbon also in the parent chain. For this ethanol, we have counted this carbon also in the parent chain. All right. So the aldehydic carbon or the carboxylic carbon, it is also counted in the functional group. Okay. So this one is COOH. Here, it can be hydrogen or other carbon atoms. So in this way, if I look, this compound will, the simplest compound I can make is HCOOH. So HCOOH will be called as methanoic acid, as it contains one carbon atom. So now all of you draw the structure of ethanoic acid also. Draw this ethanoic acid. The common name for ethanoic acid is formic acid. So formic acid is the common name, ethanoic acid is the IUPAC name. So not formic acid, it's acetic acid. It's called as acetic acid as it has a low melting point. So it generally occurs in the form of solids at maybe at about, if you have the temperatures around 10 to 12 degrees centigrade. So at that temperature only it becomes a solid. So that is why it is also called acetic acid. Acetic acid, it is used as an
CH3COOH.
yeah
Sir, CH3COO.
yeah CHOOH, and it is used as an important constituent of vinegar. So you can say vinegar is a solution of ethanoic acid or acetic acid. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want to draw the structure, so the structure for this would be like this. You need C, H, H. You write C, double bond O, OH. So you can see the valency of each of the element is satisfied. The valency of hydrogen is also satisfied. The valency of oxygen is also satisfied. The valency of carbon is also satisfied. Got it? This is acetic acid. Draw the structure of propanoic acid. I will quickly draw the structure of propanoic acid.
Sir,
Yes. Have you drawn the structure of propanoic acid?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Same
CH3,
thing.
CH2, COOH.
Okay, CH3, CH2, COOH. All right. So this is, you make CH3, CH2, COOH. So this is propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. Got it. So you have ethanoic acid, propanoic acid, methanoic acid as the answer. So I hope we have completed all the functional groups. Yeah, we have completed all the
Yes, sir.
functional groups.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. We'll see you again in next class.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.